intelligence information that we received that the present PDP government, under the leadership of Chief Theodore Otti, wants to do everything possible to ensure that this election is not credible and transparent. We have heard of hoodlums and thugs being imported into Abia State. A lot of them are in Abia, some are in Umeh. We have heard about plans to compromise the entire INEC system. We have heard about transition committee chairmen who have been given mandate to ensure that the elections are manipulated in their different local governments. You all, if you are in Abia State, would have heard about the removal of 4 transition council chairmen, those of Abia North and Abia South, and those of Umeh South and Umeh North. I believe a few deputies too. And we understand that the major reason, in spite of whatever the government says, that the major reason why this action was taken was that they failed to rig the elections in their favor on March 28, 2015. And their replacements are going to go with the mandate to ensure that they deliver their local governments. In the ordinary course of things, you would not expect that transition council chairmen should interfere in the electoral process. These are appointed people by the government, and they shouldn't have any business. But we have cried out before now, and we want to use this opportunity to cry out again to the security forces to ensure that transition council chairmen are kept out of collation centers because they do not have any business in the collation centers. What happened on the 28th of March was an eye-opener, where transition council chairmen were used to carry ballot boxes. They were used to manipulate the collation process, and they were used to deliver fake results. And I think INEC needs to draw its attention to this, because it's a manipulation of the process when people who are not supposed to be in the collation room are in the collation room. We are also aware that the PDP has met with assistant presiding officers, and the whole purpose is to manipulate the card readers. They've been induced to manipulate the card readers so that the card readers will fail on the election day, and the APU will be forced to resort to manual accreditation. They are also aware that photocopies of incident forms are being made illegally for use for this election in case they default to manual accreditation. We are also aware that the card readers can be manipulated to fail, and it is only when system administrators get there that they can put them right. So these are pieces of information that we get. We are also very much aware that a meeting was held with the heads of service of all the 17 local governments, and the intelligence information has it that they are going to be the ones that would do the collation for the local governments. What that means is that the people who are appointed as collation officers will not show up, and these heads of service will be used. I think all these are a manipulation of an election that is yet to come. And if the election has already been manipulated before the election, then your guess will be as good as mine what the outcome will be. So we are using this opportunity to call upon INEC to review its process, look at these people, and ensure that it is only credible people. Ensure that it's only credible people that they use in these elections. We are also aware that fake tags have been made for APGA agents. And the whole idea is to hang tags on them, and they will pose as APGA agents, and security forces will be used to prevent genuine APGA agents from gaining entry to election centers, both at the ward and at the local government. It is also important to draw INEC's attention to the travesty that happened on March 28th during the presidential election, where in most local governments, ward collation did not happen at the wards. Most of the polling units had to go to the local government to conduct the collation, both at the ward level and the local government level. And that is not acceptable according to the Electoral Act. I just hope that INEC will wait to reach their responsibilities. I hope that they will conduct a free, fair, and credible election on Saturday. Thank you very much. I will now hand over to the national chairman of the party, and he will brief us.
Session in governance. So the only break that we must have is by insisting that the best candidate for this job must be returned on Saturday for the good of Abia people, and that is Dr. Okezuo. My attention has also been drawn to media briefing yesterday by one Nana Ukebu barrister, who was our former chairman in Abia State, who was suspended indefinitely in November 2014 as state chairman of APGA in Abia State. We saw this very early when Governor T. from every intelligence available had already taken him over when Dr. Okezuo joined APGA. His first assignment was to ensure that Okezuo does not emerge the candidate of APGA in Abia State. And through series and spurious litigations, they wanted to frustrate him from becoming the candidate. They were able to go through the court processes and got them out of the way. Dr. Otti became the candidate and has been doing very well since then. All their attempts to use litigations to frustrate Otti as the candidate of APGA, they've all failed. The last job now is to announce a purported endorsement of a PDP candidate as the chosen candidate of APGA in Abia State. How can the public take such publication and announcement serious? If you're a member of a political party and you're endorsing the candidate of another party where you have a candidate, you will not be worth your name. In Abia State, we have the best candidate. Why should anybody say that PDP candidate should be voted for instead of the candidate of APGA? So these are the agents of darkness we have had to contend with over the months to ensure that this state is liberated. When being on the payroll of the governor of Abia State, they will continue to wash their clothes, their dirty clothes in public. I read a publication in the newspaper this morning where they said that in line with the policy of APGA in the national that endorsed Jonathan, that they are endorsing Dr. Ikpeazu in Abia State as the best candidate. Did APGA present a presidential candidate in 2015 election? We have no presidential candidates. And because we didn't have a presidential candidate, we had to support somebody we considered will be a line that will give the Igbos a breathing space, particularly as Jonathan promised that he will implement the report of the National Conference, which was the key to bringing the Igbos almost back to Nigeria. How can you compare it with a situation where in Abia State we have the best candidates in all particulars, and someone who claims to be chairman of APGA in Abia State is endorsing the PDP candidates? So I want to use this opportunity to dismiss his statements. One is that he's not a member of APGA and is on the payroll of Governor T.A. Otti. The voters should not be worried about something coming from a disgruntled mind. So let all the other people vote for, stick with APGA, stick with the best candidate in this election, Dr. Otti. And we'll be prepared to square up with the challenges that may come up on Saturday. But remember,